let's bring in our friend Machine Gun Kelly. Let's have him come into the studio, and here he comes. Here he's coming. There he is. What's up, my man? How are you, buddy? And who's this with you here? Who's this? It's Machine Gun Kelly's daughter. Hi there. Hi there. What's your name? What is it?
Casey.
Casey? Hi. How old are you? You're 3? 3 years old. What do you think of Daddy? He has a record coming out. You know that? Are you excited? Is he going to buy you some good toys with his record money? Well, welcome back to the studio. You've had quite the... You want to go outside, Casey? Then you can come. We'll come back in a minute. I'll talk to her We'll do a whole interview with her. We'll be our first major interview.
Nice.
Machine Gun Kelly is here. The record Lace Up is in stores as of today.
Yeah, man.
And you were here not too long ago. Maybe about a little less than a year ago. A lot has happened over the past year or so.
Yeah, I was here in spirit the other week.
You know what I feel? That's right. You were here in spirit the other week. That one of the hookup girls came in,
that was
and
funny.
She said that she had. I said, "Who do you?" I go, "How often do you masturbate?" She goes, "Oh, all the time." I go, "Who do you think of? Like people you've been with in the past, celebrities?" She goes, "Machine Gun Kelly."
Yeah.
I go, "Why do you think of him?" She goes, "Well, I had sex with him." She wanted to blurt that out.
Bragging about it over and over.
That's right.
That's funny.
Is this just what your life is now? You just have sex with lots of different chicks, left and right?
That's a pretty accurate statement. I'll go with that.
Do you even remember all of the girls that you have sex with?
No, but this one I remember when Bo told me.
Oh, Bo had to text you right away.
Right. I remember Bo told me, but he totally flipped it though. He's like, "Yeah, she said you lasted 2 seconds and stuff." I was like, I was about to spaz.
Well, I think Bo was actually he took that on my advice, because Bomo, of course, our program director, has to. Yes, he has to immediately, if there's a Machine Gun Kelly reference, he has to immediately start tweeting MGK.
Right.
And so I go, "Well, why don't you have him call in while this girl's in here?" And then Bo's like, "Well, I don't know." I go, "Why don't you say that the girl," just makes it up, say the girl said that he has a really small penis. Maybe that will incite him to call
and
it.
You know what's crazy? It almost happened, but 30 seconds before I pressed like the send button to the girl.
Yeah.
Because I was just going off. I was going off. But right before I pressed the send button, he like takes me back. He was like, "No, I'm just playing." And I was like, "Oh God!" But no, she's the homie, which is just funny that it all occurred on.
Now, someone called it and they told me after this. They said that this girl said it was a one-on-one experience. They said no. Machine Gun Kelly and his crew, they pull trains on girls. This is what they're known for. Is that accurate?
We do wild things, but I wouldn't say like we're known for like.
You're not known for it. May happen here and there, but it's not necessarily your.
Yeah, that's happened. We call that the H clap.
The H clap. Why is it called that?
Because
to fill me in on this lingo.
So basically, I'm you know when you look at the H, you have like two
ends,
towers,
and then you have basically the girl is the bar in the middle there, right?
Yeah.
Or the Eiffel Tower if you
that's cool.
If you high five.
Exactly, but the H clap. That's why
the H clap. All right, gotcha. All right. Well, see, I'm going to be the most unhip person you talk to all day today. You understand that, right? You have to fill me in on all of this stuff.
Got to teach him.
So this record comes out today. How does it make you nervous? I mean, sales expectations, and you're excited, obviously, but there's a lot riding on this for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot riding just because we got to do it totally our way this time. So if we don't do like what they want, they being, the majors, I guess, then the next project's going to sound totally on Machine Gun Kelly-ish.
So if you don't sell enough records this time, they're going to go, "Hey, listen, you should have listened to us all along. You need to do it our way."
Here's this Rihanna hook.
Right. But so you did this all your way. How did you have you didn't put out, I mean, you have no experience on a major label. How did you have the ability to do it your way on a first record? Most people don't get that opportunity.
I mean, we were just so stubborn about it, man.
Like you were a hard ass, basically.
Exactly. We were just giant dicks about it.
Were you like that as a kid? Were you a hard ass as a kid?
Definitely. But I mean, I think it just was in a whole different ball league when you're like being a hard head with Puff.
Yeah,
because this is like he's the ultimate hard head.
So would you lock horns with him sometimes and argue over direction of this project and that kind of stuff?
You know, Puff let me do my own thing on it, but when he heard it, like he heard the album when he came back from Ibiza, and he was like, "Yo, you sound like a mad rapper."
So he liked it.
No, he didn't like it.
Oh, he didn't like it.
So this was 3 days after the album was turned in, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me, man."
Do you make you change stuff?
Nah, like that was the thing. Like, you know, we just kind of, you know, again, man, I basically just let him know, like, okay, in the city where I'm from, which is not Ibiza.
Yeah, it's not Ibiza with full of millionaires and models and that kind of stuff.
I was like, this is the kind of things that's going on where I'm from. So, like, just let me be like the reporter for what's going on.
Do you think that people, rappers like Puff, the P. Diddy, whatever he's known as these days, or someone like Jay-Z, after you've had, okay, so you start on the streets, you start real, but these guys haven't lived that lifestyle in decades, bro. I mean, 15 years. Do you think that they lose some relatability after a while?
Yeah, but he finds his in like fashion and, you know, things like Get Him to the Greek and just being like hilarious, like a hilarious figure. Like Puff is really Puff. Like the person that you think he is, he really is, man. It's like he's a wild, eccentric, like he's hilarious, man. And like no one parties like him.
I heard that when he signed you, or he said, "Hey, I want to sign you to this record label," that he told you, "I know I have a reputation of screwing other artists." What is his reputation for screwing other artists? Because I'm not even really aware of it.
It's just like, you know, artists weren't getting paid, or you know, that this is the, you know, or like, you know, you flop.
This is what people say about him.
Yeah.
And so,
or you disappear.
Were you nervous about it, signing with him?
Yeah. You know, and now, I mean, I'm nervous now, like depending on what my sales are, to see what, you know, these people think about me. Like, but you know, I know Puff knows for a fact this is gonna be like a marathon album. I don't really have hype, man. Like, you know, even like outside the city, like I'm just now starting to turn. Like people are just
starting to hear you.
Yeah, and
you've been known for a couple of years now.
Well, I mean, the people know me, but the critics and stuff were just very anti Machine Gun Kelly, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like you wouldn't see, like, you know.
Why is it, do you think?
I was just taking the path less traveled. It was like I'm a rapper, but I look like, you know, like a punk rocker, and then like, you know, like I'm really like outspoken. I have a huge personality. I've walked out on so many interviews. I've burned so many like bridges because I believed so many of the journalists were just so whack at their job.
What would make you walk out on an interview?
You know, if you ask me like Wikipedia questions, man, you know, if you're like, so I see here I don't know, man. I just have a really short temper, and I was just burning a lot of bridges for a while. So,
you know, I used to be that same way when I started out in radio.
Yeah.
A boss of mine, you know, if a boss pissed me off, I would basically go down into his office and go, "F you."
Yeah, man.
And then you know what would happen?
Work, dude.
They would just fire me, and they would. It took me a while to figure this out. I go, "I'm going to have the last laugh. I'll show him. Go F yourself." And then the guy go, "You're fired." Yep. And then actually he had the last laugh, and I'm screwed. Now I'm not saying you sell out and you work for the man, or you're not true to yourself, but you eventually come to realize that you actually can get ahead by playing the game. You just have to play the game better than the person that you're playing against.
And you know, that boss thing almost happened to me a month ago, man. Puff was just like, "Dude, you're flat out disrespectful."
Over what? What was this about? The album? About the direction of the album? Or what was it?
It's just I just wouldn't take advice from anybody, and I would just, you know, I don't know.
Now that the album is coming out today, now do you go, "Oh man, I put up all these fights over all this stuff, and it's all on me."
Man. So happy. I'm stoked. I like that because I just think it's a great body of work, and like I fought to get back home for the release date. Like I performed on the BT Hip Hop Awards. Those air today on national television.
Yeah.
I'm doing some cool stuff there.
You know that you said that
the stars aligned.
You know that you say, well, I'm just getting known in other places. This record is coming out. You now realize that you've made it in Cleveland. What's this guy's name? That's Michael Stanley. Michael Stanley had like one song that anyone had ever heard of. He's a classic rock guy. I don't know if you ever heard of the guy, but he's from here. And this guy can now, he's like forever. This was 30 years ago. You, at the very least, will own the city. You could do a sold out concert here 30 years from now.
Yeah.
The one thing about Cleveland is very, very loyal.
Extremely.
Very loyal.
Super.
And it's a great thing. It's been great for my career being here in Cleveland. You mentioned these BET awards that are going to air tonight. These every year. There's a huge brawl at these things, it seems like.
I love it. I'm all about that. I think it's hilarious.
What? And this year, someone told me that you actually tweeted that you were almost mixed up in the middle of it. You weren't, I don't think, mixed up in the actual brawl.
We just happened to be there, just catch, we were just there. Like, for every fight that went down, like, Machine Gun Kelly just so happened to be placed, like, right there where the action was. And I was, like, a high school kid. I was like, oh, it was crazy.
Why can't these guys? What are these guys fighting over?
I encourage it. It's hilarious. There was no guns. It was just a good old fashioned ass whooping, and it was like celebrities fighting. That's the coolest thing ever. That's like seeing Tommy Lee and Kid Rock fight. You're like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I saw
50 Cent.
50 Cent, right. I saw that on TMZ.
How
50
ill
Cent.
is that, man?
You saw that?
Dude, I was right there. That's why I'm like, oh.
And what were they fighting over? Do you have any idea?
But it was awesome.
Who was he fighting? The guy
who was playing Gunplay.
Gunplay. I've never heard of Gunplay. I have no idea who he is, but I read the quote. He was... Someone in 50's entourage said he was acting a fool and he deserved it. And I go, okay, I don't know what acting a fool. I don't know what he was doing. Then this other thing, what is it? Young Jeezy and Rick Ross.
Yeah.
What were they getting in a battle over?
I mean, they haven't liked each other since that whole like BMF thing.
I don't even know what that is. You probably don't. You don't even have to fill me in. I don't think, but
Cocaine,
it would probably be a long story, whatever the hell that is. But so were you there? Did you witness that?
Yeah.
Because Young Jeezy's on your record.
Yeah.
So
we had just got done taking a picture. That was what was like crazy about it.
So you get done taking a picture, and before you know it, Young Jeezy and Rick Ross are tussling in this backstage area.
Yeah, I guess. All I saw was just like 300-pound dudes like pushing everybody out the way.
And it was just not over anything in particular. It was just someone was talking smack or whatever.
No, I think it's just like because he made that one record. The Rick Ross made a Big Meech.
Yeah.
And Big Meech was like Jeezy's like guy.
I have no idea. I'm completely. I'm completely.
Some drug dealer stuff, man. I don't know. Man.
Yeah, I'm complete. This is all like it's like you're speaking Arabic to me. It's all completely foreign. I have no idea what these guys are arguing about, what they're fighting about. But Rick Ross, he's a big dude.
Yeah, Jeezy's a big dude. I mean.
So then, when something like this happens, so since he's on your record, you don't have to like actually take sides on any of these disputes or anything like that.
No, dude. I sit there, observe, and just love it.
You don't want to get wrapped up in all this nonsense.
No, I mean, like, but I'm an easily violent person. I'm always down. If it was like cool, if people didn't sue me every time I smack somebody, like
you know what I told you. I remember.
So annoying.
I told you this the last time you were here.
Was I getting sued at that point?
No, you weren't getting sued.
God, dude, it's totally changed. Did you say something about that?
I did. I said, listen,
push somebody and you will be.
You were here, I think it was about a week after you did that flash mob in the mall.
That was how long ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been a while. And I told you at the time, I remember telling you, I said, because I've gone through this, I've been sued a dozen times. The first time I got sued, I thought, I was like, wow, I've made it.
That's what I thought too. And then it became real.
That's right. And then you realize that now it costs you so much money in legal fees, and these lawyers the
lawyer cost $5,000 for one case.
I paid $50,000 and it never even went to trial.
That's
and there was no chance that she could even win.
$5,000 to drive for this guy to drive 2 hours to a different city.
I'm telling you, I paid $50,000 on a case that the chick had absolutely no shot of winning, but you have no choice. You have to do it.
Yeah, dude.
I remember telling you at the time, I said, you have to be careful because you do these flash mob stuff and one person gets pushed or sued or you attack someone. God knows what happens. Then they sue, and now you're embroiled in a legal battle that drags on for...
We're talking about grown men, man. Like grown men.
So you're being sued by someone right now?
But yeah, I mean, like, you know, it always goes in and out.
Yeah.
I was the illest one was like by a 350-pound like security guard.
And why did he sue you?
He claimed I sliced his hand open.
And
Did you see that picture?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Like, who? Like, I feel like the people that did Men in Black costumes like did that hand.
Yeah.
That was not a real hand.
He claims.
Did you see that?
Yes.
No,
on TMZ.
that was not real.
Let me see. Pull up Anthony. Let's see if our video guy can pull up a picture of this. So he said that you sliced his hand open with a bottle or something.
Look at this hand, man. A costume designer made this hand. This is not real.
And have you learned anything though from, like, if you said, all right, has it made you second guess doing anything because you've been involved in lawsuits and whatnot these days?
I don't know. Well, yeah, you know what's funny? I got pulled over last night at like 3 in the morning, or I guess a couple hours ago, I guess. So we got pulled over at 3 o'clock in the morning, and they had come. The first thing the police said when they came into the car, they didn't say like license registration. They said, "Do you have drugs in the car?" And we were like, "Oh." You know, because we had drugs in the car. Like, oh no, like this sucks. And so, like, I don't know. I just remember like being totally at ease though, and being like, I'll totally take this arrest because I've realized that the label has to bail you out.
So you would take
like,
the fall for this, especially.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, like, you know, I wouldn't like be the. You know, I wouldn't like. I mean, I'm not fucking. Oh,
that's all right. We have a dump button. That's okay.
I'm not like volunteering. You know, but to take the rap for everything, but I'm just saying, like, the one thing look at this.
That's a picture of the guy who says that you sliced up his hand there. I don't want to get you in trouble, so if this is still like a pending lawsuit,
I don't care. I don't care. I didn't do it, so like that's the whole point. No matter what's going on, I don't care.
Your manager just opened up the door and is like, "Shut up! Stop talking." Okay. I remember that. Is that the same girl that was here last time?
Yeah. Same team. Man.
Anytime Machine Gun Kelly starts saying something, she opens up the door and she's like, "Shut up!
Yeah, stop!"
But you pay attention to her. You listen to her, don't you?
Yeah.
She steers you in the right direction.
Yeah.
She's been with you since the very beginning? This is your manager?
Yeah, I used to live at her mom's house.
What's her name?
Ashley.
Ashley. Mm-hmm. So you before you had anything, you were living basically on her at her mom's house, on her couch or whatever.
Yeah, the green futon. Ugly throw-up green futon.
Last time you were here, you said that you signed this deal with Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. Mm-hmm. What do you call him, by the way? When you
Puff.
You call him Puff. Yeah. Does he go by Puff now?
Like the close people around him call him Puff.
Okay. Because he changes his name all the time.
Yeah, I want him to go back to Puff. I dig Puff.
You said that this deal was about $1 million. It ended up being $1 million for you.
Yeah, well, it was $1.5 million, but I didn't realize that like wasn't from my pocket.
And where did it end up?
Towards like the budget for like doing album stuff.
So like
you'll see like 4 billboards with my face on it in Cleveland now with the lace up thing.
You pay
like,
for that.
It goes to like that's what it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like so I didn't realize that. I thought I was like a millionaire. I was like, oh, I'm a millionaire at whatever age I was.
And now you go
totally.
Puff, can you cut me a check? I need to buy some groceries.
Yeah, right. It was like that for a second. It was so low for a second, man. I had got what I did have. I like lost it all on absolutely nothing. Like just life costs and all that stuff. I ended up one day just waking up and I was like, "This is all that's left." Does
your manager? Does she steer you in the right direction when it comes to money and stuff? So you don't blow all of your money.
No. But again, this is all like life. This is all like life experience. Like the only expensive thing I bought legitimately was a $3,000 Tempur-Pedic mattress.
That's it?
Because I never had a bed, so I was like, I'm just going to go and get the best bed possible.
I bought one of those, too. I bought a Tempur-Pedic.
You know what's crazy? They suck.
You don't like it. I like it.
I hate it.
Well, it's different. It's that memory foam stuff. My back was hurting. That's why I got it, because it's
That's
firmer.
Why I got it, man. That's what she said.
But like when you're banging that chick, like the hookup girl, there's no bounce in the thing, and then if she's like on her knees, it starts sinking in, and then
it become crammed. You become crammed in this awkward space.
It's not the best. That's right. It's not the best.
You have to go to the floor, and you know what's crazy? We did go to the floor. That girl could do splits.
Oh, really?
That girl could do the splits.
She had a good ass.
Great ass.
She flashed us.
Yeah.
Do you have a picture? Pull up her picture, Anthony. Let me take a look at this hookup girl from, I forget what her name was.
Shannon.
Shannon. Machine Gun Kelly remembers her. You, what do your parents think of all of this? I know we talked about your parents and you growing up.
Nothing's changed. I haven't talked to them.
Really?
I told my dad I was on Jay Leno. I mean, I didn't tell him like personally. I emailed him, Or actually, I didn't email him. My aunt, which is his sister, told him.
Why is the last time you were here we talked about this briefly, but I still don't understand why the great divide between you and
Dude, I don't know. You know what's funny? We've talked one time on the phone, I think, since me and you spoke.
Yeah.
So he called and he was like, and it was really random, and this was like maybe a month after the Jay Leno thing, and I was talking to him, and he was like, "Are you ready to talk?" And I was like, "I'm not really trying to talk to anyone who always tries to talk over me, and all this stuff like that." I'm totally grown now. Like I'm a whole different person than you like left knowing. And he was like, "Yeah, well, I'm old, and some things never change." And then just hung up. I'm like, "What? Like, what?" Like I was so baffled by like how stubborn that man is, dude. So I'm just kind of like, whatever. But
do you think he'll reach out to you today? You have your big Lace Up album debut today. You
I don't think he knows that. I think I forgot to put my dad in the thank yous in my album. Oh no, I think.
Is it a bad? Is it you put Bo Matthews, you put Bomo in there, but you don't put your own father.
You couldn't leave Bo out.
Well, but you talk to Bo more, at least through Twitter. You do.
Or Bo tries to talk to him.
No, the Bo's the homie, man. That I love people who believe, man, before everybody else. I don't think I put my dad, dude. Oh no.
He's reading the.
I put my mom, but I made fun of her. But I can't believe I didn't put my mom. I put porn, but I didn't put my dad. Hold on.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh no, you're right here.
What'd I say?
Just say my dad for raising my little badass.
Nice. Oh, there it
mom
is.
left.
Yeah, cool. All right, well there he is.
Why did you ever have like a big blow up with your dad, and that's why you left home or anything, or?
Oh, dude, blow ups all the time.
And it was over what? They were very religious, right?
My dad is really like religious, but he's really religious, but he drinks like crazy, so it's kind of like
Is that what would cause the problem?
I think so. I mean, I remember one time he came home and we had like he was talking about like the previous day, like how he was like things are really getting tight around here, yada yada yada, and the fridge was empty. And I was like, yo, come on, man. And so the next day I came back and I looked in the drawer and it was like this giant bag of like what is it, the Long Island Club like vodka cans. I don't know what
some sort of alcohol.
Yeah, and I was just like, yo, you left the entire refrigerator empty, but you brought home.
But you could bring home the alcohol, but you can't bring home any food.
So it would just be little things like that, and then like if I spoke my mind, like it was just like I'm out of my place.
Do you think that eventually, maybe when you're older, when he's older, do you think that 10 years from now that you guys
will be kicking it?
I don't know if you'll ever be kicking it. It doesn't seem like it.
Like I tell you,
but can you at least have mutual respect for each other? I guess.
He doesn't even know how to spell my daughter's name, so
What did he say when you had a child? Well, he
didn't know till I actually showed up with my child at his door.
Wow. So you don't even tell him in advance, and his reaction is what?
I told him after like 3 months of the pregnancy, and he just didn't believe it, and I just didn't bring it up. And then 6 months later, there was a kid on his
So you show up with the with your child, and is he supportive, or is he like, I told you not to knock a chick up?
He didn't really have a choice, but he was just it was always awkward. I brought him. He's probably seen her about like 3 times.
What's
really awkward?
What's the relationship you have with the mother of your daughter, who's a cute girl, by the way? Your daughter. I don't know the mother. I go.
How do you see her?
Yeah, well,
I'm about to see like,
come on, we have all the girls you banged roll through this studio.
I'm like, she's seriously all the 15 seconds of fame thing over here. Like, no, she's cool, man. She's like super level-headed girl.
Yeah. So you guys
she
get
was
along.
in college when I was in high school. So she was like,
an older woman.
Yeah.
God damn!
Nice score.
This guy's been getting it. I mean, ever since. I mean, this guy's getting all sorts of trim.
Yeah, but you can say that.
But
like, I've definitely had some 2s and 3s. Like, I mean, even
fat chicks.
Like, oh, come on, this of course we've all like whales. Like, I'm talking about this year. Like when you would think this is the spike of like prettiness.
Yeah,
2s and 3s for sure.
But let me ask you something.
I'm not. That's why I'm just like, I've 2s and 3s make the best stories.
So you've probably had
best stories,
great super hot chicks, but you've had these other ugly and or fat girls.
Yeah.
Who's better in bed?
I'm not gonna lie, man. Sometimes the fat girls have the bomb.
Yeah,
they do more.
Yeah,
you don't just lay there like
that's
you
what
can
I'm
be more
saying.
degrading to them. You know?
No, man. I'm trying. They like that. The best sex I have is the girls that if I showed you, you'd be like her.
Yeah.
the best sex, dude. They have no limits. Like, they just don't care.
They try harder. They have more to prove.
They are they're themselves. They're like, I'm already
because a hot girl, they go, oh, I'm actually doing Machine Gun Kelly a favor by sleeping with him because I'm so hot, so I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, I hate hot girls, man. And you know what's crazy? I had sex with 110, and it was the worst sex ever.
Is dead fish?
Absolutely, just like bland. She came, and I didn't come, and she put her clothes on and was like, all right. I was like,
what?
I spazzed out, man. I was like, oh no, this does not work like that. Go ahead and get back naked and let's do this.
Let's finish the job over here.
You know, just it's absolutely horrible. Like, I'm all about just average women, man. Like, it's just big ups, dude.
People want to talk to Machine Gun Kelly on the day that his album is released. Chris, you're on with Machine Gun Kelly. Go ahead, Chris.
Yo. Hey, Machine Gun, is it true that Diddy snapped you up in the plane and basically kidnapped you and made you sign that deal?
Yeah, that's like 98% true.
Yeah. What happened? What do you mean by that?
Him and Jimmy Iovine, like, brought us all into this hotel room, and like we didn't know like what was going on. And Puff and Jimmy Iovine walked out, and we were like, oh, because Jimmy Iovine's like,
he's like a big record label guy.
Oh man, that dude's like the ultimate record label guy. So, I mean, from U2 to Tupac to Eminem to Lady Gaga, like he did it all. So like when you see him, you're kind of like everything you've stopped. Because for him to come out and see you was like a crazy like deal. And they basically were just like, just get in the plane and go to LA. And that was like the first private jet I ever been in. It's the only private jet I ever been in. But
so you get on this private jet. Yeah. Now, do you have any of your people with you, or it's just you?
I think
Ashley's with you.
Ash went.
And they get you on this plane, and they go, what do? Did you actually sign the deal on the plane?
No. We went to office, and we were gonna sign it. We like came to terms, and then it was a 1.25, and then we made him step it up 1.25 more, and it turned out to be 1.5.
$1.5 million. Yeah. Now, it's funny because someone had called in, and they talked about this a while ago. Someone called in, they go, Machine Gun Kelly is a millionaire. What was the conversation? Do you remember that?
No.
And it's funny that you're saying this because I think they based it on what you said the last time you were here. That was over $1 million. And I said,
I don't even own a car.
I said, yeah, but what happens is a lot of times these guys get signed, and then what you don't realize is they go, oh, hey, we sent 50 CDs to Bo Matthews at Kiss FM. Guess who pays for all of that?
Docket.
Machine Gun Kelly does.
I mean, it's no joke, man. It's no joke.
We made a music video. Guess who paid the $250,000?
Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly does.
Yeah, see, like all that stuff comes out the budget. That's all part of the 1.5. It's not like 1.5.
Some people actually get done with their records, and they owe the record labels money after they put out the record.
How does that make sense?
They go, hey, we put out your record. Now you owe us money.
Right.
It's unbelievable. Brandon, you're on Rover's Morning Glory with Machine Gun Kelly. 1-866-YO-ROVER. Good morning, Brandon.
Yo, Rover.
Yo.
Machine Gun Kelly.
What up?
Yo, man, hey. I wanted to say thank you so much. My mom, Michelle, she works at the airport. You signed an autograph for her for my little sister, Savannah.
Oh, awesome, man.
Hey, man, that's awesome of you. I appreciate that.
Thanks, brother.
You know what I find interesting about you is I've met you the time you were here in the studio. Yeah. We did a tailgating party that we met maybe one other time or something too.
Yes.
And you seem like the nicest, most polite, gracious person. Then I read stories about you on the internet about how wild you are and you're a dick, not to fans or anything, but that he's disrespectful or that he's wild and crazy.
Yeah.
Are there two sides to you?
Yeah, there's like 4, maybe.
I mean, what is it?
I don't know. I just really hate. I wake up with hate sometimes.
Over what?
I don't know, dude. I'm chemically imbalanced. I mean, it's been everyone it's definitely like an inside joke in the squad. Like everyone laughs. If anyone yells or does anything, they're like, oh, you just pulled the MGK.
Well, the most creative people actually are the ones that do have, I don't want to say mental problems like you're crazy or something, but people who have some issues to deal with. Yeah. That's what brings out the creativity in projects. Josh, you're on Rover's Morning Glory with Machine Gun Kelly. Good morning, Josh.
Cal, It's Josh Moore. What's up?
What's up, brother? How you doing, dude?
Good, man. I've been outside of Best Buy since 2:30 this morning.
Dude,
I've been waiting for this day.
I know. I saw you guys out there, man. That's so sick, dude. I really appreciate it. I saw you guys. You were toasting, right?
Yeah.
Had a couple toasts. That's what's up, dude. Are you guys staying warm?
No.
Hey, man.
It's
look,
cold out there.
Dude, I really want you guys to go get some sleep. You're coming to the show, right?
Yeah. Tonight.
Yeah, you guys got to go get some sleep, man. Please, please, please. I hit one of the people that was out there with you last night and said, you guys are crazy. Go get some sleep. But, dude.
Hey, we're Cleveland Rangers, man. We don't need sleep.
That's love, man.
These people,
that is love.
I've had people calling in this morning. They're actually out. In fact, I saw Anthony posted up a picture of it, our video guy. There are people out. Someone tweeted a picture. There they are waiting outside of a store.
Yep.
Waiting for the album. Now, they could buy it online or they could go to the store at 5 o'clock this afternoon, but they've been waiting since midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning for this.
Because they know people like you pay attention to it and they just want the world to see what they see. So, they know that, when they do things like that, that people like you that have, like you guys have a big voice in the city. You guys have a big, when you see that, that helps our movement to grow because, when I leave here, the spirit of it is still going to stay here, and you're going to be like, man, when you talk about in the future, you're going to be like, this is, it's legitimate, it's crazy. I've seen kids sitting outside, and those stories really go a long way.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, they do it because they know that that we need them to do it.
Izzy, you're on Rover's Morning Glory. Good morning, Izzy.
Good morning. How you doing?
Yo.
RMG-TV, lace up, man.
Lace up, dude. God,
Hey.
I love positivity, man. Thank God.
I follow you on Twitter, and I see that you got a massage from Rachel Starr, which is absolutely hot. I'm
Yeah.
just wondering if you got a happy ending, too.
Nah, man. Me and Rachel Starr did not have sex, man. I was bummed out. We had a Rachel Starr, the porn
Yeah,
star.
the awesome ass,
awesome
brunette.
ass that rides like a champ.
This is
Yo,
one of my favorite porn stars. Tell me the story.
Okay, so she had found out that I liked her porn.
Yeah.
Like all her porns. Like she's amazing. Like crazy ass.
Yes.
And so and I'm like a huge porn addict, so so for me to put you in the top 3 porn stars is huge. So she found out, she hit me up, and when I went to Dallas and that was her hometown, she came out and kicked it. And she was like, hey, let's go get a massage. And we went to this massage spot because my back, I have a really bad back. So she was like, let's do a massage. And I was like, cool. We went to this massage spot, and we got a couples massage, and you're completely naked. And I was spazzing out.
Did you grow? Did you have an erection?
No, before I even took my pants off, I was like, let's get right here. Look at that. Look at, are you
Perfect
serious?
bubble butt.
Oh,
So
there
wait,
you go.
Did anything happen, or that
Nah,
was it?
man, that was it, man. No contact or anything. But she hit me up. She hit me up later, randomly months later, and was like, that last tweet was for you. And I went and looked at her Twitter. It was like, it's like, doesn't it suck when you have have a friendship with somebody, but inside you really want to
screw?
Yeah.
Gotta hit it. Well, next time you go to
Dude,
Dallas,
you need to do that,
dude.
You gotta close it.
Yeah, you need to get that
chick
going on.
is
I haven't had sex with any celebrities or anything.
No celebrities, no porn stars yet.
Nah,
Next
man.
time you come in, I'll bet that will have changed.
I was with Waka Flocka last night. And he was just listing off A list after A. I was just like, how do you do that?
Do you think he was? I mean,
I
he
think
could
he's
have just been
100%
BSing
legitimate.
you.
Nah,
it was
man.
all legit.
Nah, that's 100% legit.
That could be.
This dude dropped some A-list names. I'm like, wow.
Anybody you can say?
I can't say it because because they were so A-list that he looked at me and was like,
Don't tell anyone.
yeah,
basically,
it was intense. It wasn't when I'm kind of mad he put the burden of one of those names on me. I'm like, whoa.
That's what I'm going to start doing to people. I'll be like, man, I banged this chick. Just name some A-list. Don't tell anyone though.
Don't tell anybody.
Yo,
Between me and you.
That burden is crazy.
Is it an actress or singer?
It's so much of a burden that I don't
Actress
even
or
want to.
the one that you say is a bird is it an actress or a singer?
I'm not.
Oh,
even
come
going
on!
there.
You can
I'm
at
not
least
even going
narrow
there.
it down that way. How do we even know?
A singer.
It's a singer.
Okay.
Just don't even go there, man. Don't even put this
like
pressure
Alicia
on me.
Keys
No,
or
I'm not even doing them like that. But it's crazy. I'm like, I went to sleep and
Rihanna at the time that she was doing that Chris Brown guy or whatever. They're now back together. Do you find that strange that this guy can beat up a girl and then the girl comes back to him?
I was raised super different, man. I was raised in a really manly house, so obviously all that stuff is wrong, but I was just raised totally different. than a lot of people like. You know, like I was really like a really manly man, and like you know where like the woman plays her position, and like you know you say anything like even like play your position these days, and like people freak out. Like, what do you mean? But what kind of double standard is that?
You wouldn't beat a girl.
Never,
like that,
man, never. I got a daughter. Like God gave me a daughter for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like I was just raised differently. Like where like you know like you can be crazy enough to get to be in love. Like where it's that crazy. Like. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I would.
But that was intense. I mean, I'm not even gonna act like that was okay. Like I'm not acting like that was cool at all. But if you're crazy in love, dude, do you?
Machine Gun Kelly, his album Lace Up, hit stores today. People are already in line for this album. They're out there.
Can I thank those people real quick?
Yeah, you want to talk to one? You want to talk to another one?
Yeah,
Alicia, you're on Rover's Morning Glory with Machine Gun Kelly. Good morning, Alicia.
Hello. Hi, Kay.
Alicia, what up?
How are you?
I'm good. You called me Kay. That means you must know me.
I'm the 5-month pregnant girl. You know me.
Oh man, what up? How's it coming along?
Good. We're the size of a pomegranate, and we're having a boy.
Oh, what's up with your boy, man?
Oh, he couldn't be in line, but I'm here repping both of us.
Okay, cool. Make sure
today and the party tonight, so we'll be there.
Okay, you know it's gonna be like a kind of a chill concert, so your little 5-year-old little rager in there will be all right.
You say that now, but I say that 100% right. I would say there's a 3-to-1 odds Machine Gun Kelly is arrested by the end of the night.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that today, man. I don't care. I literally don't care. Put me in cuffs. I'm gonna be so happy today. Nothing can mess me up.
What happened at this Microsoft store? I saw that video of that you got up on this table at a Microsoft store, and you were what I couldn't figure out. I don't know the details behind this. Were you were you actually doing an event in the store, or did you just show up in the store? Because I don't know, just by watching the video.
They invited me, man, and I was like, I walked in there and I saw no stage, so I was like, made a stage, and they freaked out, legitimately freaked out. They grabbed all the computers, police came.
And they cut your microphone off in the middle of you.
Yeah, I didn't do anything but just flick somebody off. It's just everything is so exaggerated.
You didn't destroy anything or anything,
man,
right? Because I watched the video.
That's where we watch Rachel Starr on, man. Computers. Why would I destroy computers, man?
Well, the story that I read was Machine Gun Kelly trashes Microsoft store, throwing computers down, and then I go, I got to see this video, and I see the video, I go, I didn't see it. He must have come back after he got off. He must have come back and trashed the whole place.
You know what almost messed up? Like the in-stores and all that stuff. Best Buy almost pulled out on us. For like the in-stores like today and all that stuff. They almost pulled out.
They thought that you were going to go in and trash the place or something?
Man, exactly. This reputation thing got to stop.
What's the now that this record is coming out, you have a lot of press that you're doing today. Everything. This is, probably a dream come true to have a major label release like this.
You don't even know.
You've worked hard. It's, a lot of people go, well, there's a lot of hard work that goes into it, a lot of sacrifice that's made. But what's the worst aspect of it now that you're actually living it?
I have this one. I got this one easy. I posted a picture yesterday of me in this coat, right?
Yeah,
it's a regular coat, but a nice coat. Like, oh man, he looks decent. People spazzed, man. Spazzed. Like, you are a sellout.
Oh, my God.
You have changed. You look like you worship Marilyn Manson. this, and that. You're a fake. What happened? This dude literally said, his exact comment was like, go back. It said like, we love you for being a heroin addict and being broke and yada 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 yada. Go back to that. And like, that's so sad because that's really where people's mentalities are, man. It's just like, I finally have enough money to like buy myself something nice, man. Never bought myself anything nice. Like, since I was 9-10 years old, I always had like the lower of things, and so. Like, I finally have enough money to buy myself something. I get a coat, and I'm a sellout because I have a coat, nice coat.
Listen, don't let people.
Are you kidding me?
No, but,
like, do you want me to look like the kids? Like, I don't get it, man. Like, you want me to look like this wigger, like from like the 7th grade version of me for the rest of my life? Because you could look at those pictures and it's corny. It's not me. I'm like image issues. Like, I don't know who I am. I finally figured out it was okay to be myself. And people just tear me down, and it just hurts so bad that Like I said this yesterday. I could have a bandana on my head that says "I'm the gayest man alive." Like I'm gay, could be the bandana, and you should still dig my music because it's meaningful music and passionate and coming from a real place. Like it should not matter what I look like. You should, and why would you build something up to break it down? You've been rocking with me this whole time, and you're telling me that as soon as like the dream actually starts to come true, you want to bounce and like you want to turn around and tell me I make Cleveland look bad or you this and that. It's just like because I have a good coat. Yeah. Looking broke and being broke is whack. Like half the people in doing this are probably from like Avon Lake. Yeah. Commenting.
Yeah. Right.
You know.
Going to their nice place.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, being broke, for those people who don't know, sucks. So...
Well, look, I think that there's a big difference. And don't listen to anyone that says this stuff. I'll give you... The last time I gave you the advice, it was, watch out, you're going to start getting sued all the time. It came true. This is another piece of advice. Now, I'm talking about living from my life on a much smaller scale than what could possibly happen with your life. But people would say the same thing about me. When I started out in radio, we had no success at all, and now we've had major success. Other cities, look, I grew up not poor, but I didn't have a bunch of money.
Yeah,
and now I don't want for anything. And people will say, "Oh, you sold out." Well, I'm not going to apologize for being successful in the thing that I love doing. I love doing radio, and I've been lucky enough, because I've sacrificed so much. I've moved all over the country. I've gone to work in radio in godforsaken cities no one would want to go live in, and I did it to get the experience. So I've sacrificed a lot in order to be successful in the thing that I love doing, and I'm not going to apologize for that.
That's real, man.
If you lose touch of where you came from, that's when you run into problems. And I don't care how much money I make. If I'm making $100 million a year, I can't stand. The one thing that I hate the most are people who judge other people based on how much money they have, and I see it a lot. And I dress like I'm a 16-year-old kid, so sometimes I'll go into places and people don't pay any attention to me. They think that I'm some sort of, and they'll look down upon me, and I hate that when people look at I've been in a store and I could see in a clothing store and I could see the look on the clerk's face at like the mechanic or the plumber that came in and just
like you're not going to buy anything,
right? Almost like a look of disdain.
Hey,
like,
dude, why do you think it's cool to do this now? Like it's awesome to walk around and like piss old people off. I love walking the elevator smelling like marijuana and going to the floor that's like higher than them.
Well, you said that this person said, "Hey, we loved you when you were a heroin addict."
It's just like, people just have their perception. I have like this the strong jaw. I've been called a crystal meth addict. I was like,
you do a lot of drugs, though. I mean, the last time you were here, you told me you do it.
That was a whole.
Have you stopped?
Yeah.
Or cut back at least? You still do stuff like smoke weed and that kind of stuff.
And that's a herb. From
what were the hard
dude.
drugs that you were involved? Did you do heroin?
I was doing like hydrocodone and oxy.
So you're doing pills.
Yeah. But it was snorting.
What made you stop?
Everyone just wanted to quit.
Did it start to get out of control?
It just ruined my personality. I mean, it did to this day. Like I'm a whole different person, than I was when I was like 18, 19.
Because of all those drugs.
I mean, dude, it's chemically produced, and so my theory is that like it chemically imbalances you because it's chemically produced. It's not like weed is from the earth. Mushrooms are from the earth. Everything else, it you wake up the next morning feeling totally like totally different person.
Did Machine Gun Kelly is here with us. His album Lace Up is out in stores today. House of Blues, there's a big release party tonight at 8 o'clock. Did having a child, did that change your outlook on some of that stuff?
No, not really, man. I still am a big kid. My kids me and my kid are like best friends, and I haven't really transferred into like the awesome
into the adult
parent thing yet.
But you play. I mean, you almost play. I mean, you basically are more like not a brother, but you're a playmate.
Yeah, man.
Too.
But that's what she needs right now from me. She doesn't need me to I'm so little in her life that she doesn't need me to come in and just like she gets that enough from her mom. Man.
Casey is her name?
Yeah, Casey. Yeah.
Casey, bring Casey in here real quick before I wrap up, because I'm going to let Machine Gun Kelly go. because I know you have a lot of others. So this is a big day for you, man, and you haven't had much sleep.
Oh, I had zero sleep. Casey, hi.
Look, she got all sorts of snacks over there.
Here, come over here. Come over here. Come over here.
Casey, what's your favorite? Look at her. Look at her. She's so cute. 3 years old. Who's your favorite cartoon character?
Dora.
Dora the Explorer? Have you gone to Disneyland or Disney World yet?
No.
No, not yet. Daddy will take you to Disney.
I'm gonna take you there. She hasn't been on a plane yet. I'm gonna take her.
She hasn't even been on a plane yet.
I don't know. Like, I'm nervous. I'm nervous to like step up and be like a.
To do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like
I mean, it's weird because you're not. How old are you now?
I'm 22. But
22. Yeah, wow. But you are young, man.
I'm just really bad at like being like super childish. Meaning like like being like oh, let's go. Like I'm really bad at like doing that. I'm such a hard ass that like I just like.
When you she's eating candy that Doogie gave her. So you're 22. So you got a girl pregnant at the age of, you were 18 roughly, and then had her when you were 19.
Yep.
Casey's like, I've had enough of this. This isn't too exciting.
I asked her what she thought of my work the other day. She was like, I was like, do you think what I do is cool? And she was like, no.
When you found out that you were going to have a child, did it?
Wait, hold on. Watch this. Casey, come here. Casey. What does this mean?
Lace up, she says. When you found out at such a young age, I'm 37.
Okay.
I've never had a child, never been married, and I'm straight. Don't get me wrong.
No,
because that's the first thing people would think. Oh, he must be gay. I can't even imagine when someone says we're going to have a baby. That would really freak me out. Because
I left for a while, to be honest.
You did.
Yeah.
It freaked you out, and you just couldn't handle it.
No. I mean, I manned up and did my thing because I was just like, I know what it's like to grow up without the parent thing. So
how long did it take for you to come to that realization?
5 months.
5 months. Was her mother pissed off at you for walking out like that?
Yeah.
But now you guys are in a good place. So you have some sort of understanding, obviously, and you guys are going to do what's best for your daughter. But that would really freak me out, knowing that you now have a I feel like I'm 16 years old, and having responsibility for someone else like that has got to be a mind.
I mean, it was intense, dude. We were really broke at that point. Really broke at that point. And
me
and my best friend were living together in an apartment, and it was just all going downhill. So like when that baby thing happened, it was just like, everyone, like even Ash was like kind of like, are you even worth the investment of time, because you have to be a father,
Right.
But no one could kill my dream. I was like, you couldn't tell me. Even like when I had my kid at I got the call that she was being born at 3 o'clock in the morning, right when I got off stage.
Wow.
And so like
you weren't even in town then.
I was, and I had to leave right when she came out. Right when she came out, I had to leave and go to another show. So she was born in like the hecticness,
It almost at the time you're probably thinking, "No, man, this is going to be horrible. I don't know if I can put up with this." But now 3 years later, she's 3 years old.
Dude,
do you look back at it and go, "This is, you know what? I'm glad that I didn't say, hey, have an abortion or something like that."
Well, you know, I had a miscarriage.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
After your daughter?
No, this is before.
Before.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And at the time, were you almost like, it's almost like a blessing in disguise, because I wasn't ready to be a father.
I would have if it wouldn't have happened the way it did. It happened like right in front of me, so it was kind of like, I was like, oh, okay. I talked about it in the song. I said my girl sat in the bathtub 8 hours bleeding, hearing the doctor tell us our child's heart stopped beating.
Wow.
So it was like that was in the apartment. She just
Was this after she went to the doctor? She sat in the bathtub bleeding like that?
No, this was before, and we had to go that next morning. So it was really intense. It was just like the way it happened was just like, whoa.
That's crazy.
And then
And that's a very, I think it's different for a guy. Like it's tough for you to witness that, but it's different for the girl who actually goes through
exactly.
it.
It was the same
up.
thing with the child. Like when I was having the baby, even before she popped out, like right before she popped out, I wasn't emotionally connected to the child.
Yeah.
I was completely detached. Like, oh, okay, I'm having a baby. Like, But then as soon as she popped out and I heard the breath, I just started breaking down crying, and that's my little girl now. So
well, listen, good luck with the album that you have coming out today, Lace Up, and look, keep it together. Don't try not to get arrested too many times.
Man, dude, I'm done, man. This is
watch out for these lawsuits. I'll warn you about that. Keep track of your money. We'll warn you about that.
Yeah.
And the House of Blues tonight at 8 o'clock. The Lace Up release party is over there. His website, mgklaceup.com.
And just for everybody, just so they know, man, we put the lyrics in here, man, in the actual booklet of the album, just like old days.
People don't do that too much anymore. Why is that?
I don't know. I really prided myself on every aspect of this project. So even if you read my thank yous, that was a unique thank yous, I think.
I hate that you put Bo Matthews in there. I go, that son of a bitch. My program director is in there.
Bomo.
He's such a kiss ass, that guy.
No, dude,
God.
Bomo fights, man. Bomo fights.
Not for us. Not for us. For you. I'm not a big enough celebrity for him to fight for me, I don't think. When you, how does, before I let you go, you put these lyrics in there.
Yeah.
How does it work to write a song? Do you just start out, do you come up with a beat first and you put lyrics to the beat, or do you come up with the lyrics and then craft a beat around it?
Nah, so I just go through a life experience and then speak on it. So like, when the drug thing was relevant in my life, that was when I wrote the song called Demons with DMX, and I wrote it in my head at like 7 in the morning in Indiana in a hotel having heat flashes. I just got off the phone with Ashley, and I just wrote that hook. I was like, I swear that could feel them with me. Like, it just kind of like, if you listen to it, it's a really creepy song, man.
So you put it together basically all together at the same time.
Yeah. I have to experience something to write a song, and then after I experience it, I'm like, okay.
Do you write stuff down immediately when the idea comes to your head?
No, I always wait, and I say if it's relevant enough,
you'll remember it.
I'll remember it.
And you've never thought to yourself, because I've thought, I have a great idea for something that, I'll think to myself, I really have to remember it tomorrow to talk about whatever. This is great, and then the next day you go, what the hell was I talking about?
It sucks. Sometimes I've lost plenty of songs.
Well, listen, good luck with this record. I appreciate you coming in.
I requested to immediately come here like a month ago. I was like, please.
Are we going to get you on Rover Fest ever?
Yeah. Every time I watch that video in the lobby, I'm so sick that I was never there.
I've got a new video. I'll have to send it to you. I wanted to get you. I thought this would be great. Humorous. I don't know if you would have been down with it, but humorous. We had who played? We had Vanilla Ice played this year's Rover Fest, and I'm like, that is just funny. If we could somehow get MGK to come out with Vanilla Ice for like half of a song or something, that would be classic.
Wait, he's doing it this year?
No, he did it. He did it this year. Yeah, we did it. We did Rover Fest in July. I'll send you the video of him. Dude, people went crazy for this guy, and believe it or not, I have to give him props.
Put on a show.
He knocked it out of the park, man. I really have to say, he knocked it out of the park.
He screams and stuff now, right?
No, it was all he used to be. He went into like that rock thing. Yeah. No, this was like old school.
Oh, that's
like,
sick.
Yeah,
sick, dude.
And dude, the crowd went insane for it. I know that you played.
Did he get laid?
Did he get laid? Yeah. I have no idea. I don't know. But you played another show in town the day before. I think you played the show for
that was
WENZ.
We were supposed to. I remember. Doogie hit me, and I was super stoked on it, and then I remember we had to leave for like Toronto the next day.
Well, all right, I'm going to book you, so somehow we've got to get you onto this show.
Yeah, every time I miss that, it like hurts my heart. Like 2 years in a row. Like first it was EV,
right?
Like you have to come,
right? Don't miss it, man.
Dude.
Yeah.
Listen, again, good luck with the album. Thank you for coming in. Enjoy this day.
Oh, I will. And all those kids out there, enjoy the day too, man. It's a beautiful day, not for me, man. For all you guys.
Man. You to sit back and think about what's going on and take it all in today. It's good. It's a good day for you, my man.
Oh yeah.
His website, mgklaceup.com. Lace Up is in stores today. I've got to take a break. We'll let a little MGK play us out on Rover's Morning Glory. We'll be right back. Hang on.
There I go, 2 clicks more for the brawl.